Right, welcome back to Mark Thomas Custom Woods. Now we done a lovely little live about half hour ago, and on that live we actually made some cheese boards which a lot of you liked. So we're going to put some oil on them now. So we're going to give them a light sand. All right, we're going to go over 120 grit. I might just rub over by hand of a 280 to save me getting my bigger sander out. So we're about to give these a light sand now. We've got a couple of pencil marks on here. So we're going to get rid of the pencil marks because obviously I decided to take a different line when I was cutting with a jigsaw. So I'm about to go ahead and just lightly sand these now. And then we can get them ready for a quick oil. So here goes. So we've given the boards a light sand. Here is the olive board, the cheese board we made on the last live about half hour ago. It's looking quite nice. But like I said, we got a few little watermarks on these boards. Now these are going to be made for family members. So I'm hoping it doesn't show up too much when we oil them. So I'm just trying to show you the board now on the camera. It's looking a bit odd on here today. Let me flick this backlight on, see if you can see a bit better. Is that better now? Yeah, I think that's a bit better with the light on, isn't it? There we go. So there's one of the boards that we made. We managed to get two, all right, out of the piece of olive that we had. We planed the olive in the planer on a previous live. These are the two boards that I'm left with. This is the pattern I decided to make. Now this one looks a bit odd. It's not your normal looking board, but I like it. So now that we've got to this stage, we're about to apply a little bit of oil to these boards. Now we're going to use the Osmo oil, which we've already got by here. We're going to just open it up, use a sponge, lay it on with a sponge. I'll leave this 16 hours, 280 grit it, and then I'll pop a second coat on tomorrow. So that's what we're about to do now. So I'm just going to get my paint points out. This one's got a little bit of woodworm. This is only going to a family member. There's a couple of little holes here. It is treated. I'm not going to lie, it's not a perfect board. It looks nice, but I want to see what it looks like with a bit of oil on there. See if it's worth it. So yeah, we're just going to oil them up and then we're going to have a look. But I didn't want to put it in the bin. See, I wanted to try and save it. I wanted to keep it. You know, I mean, every bit of wood you spend money on, you want to use and you don't want to throw away. But sadly, sometimes that's the case. So I'm just going to pop these on here now just so I can oil this up. I will bring the camera in a lot closer for you. That should be just right there. And that should be just right there. So that's going to be my bottom of my board anyway, because I'm not entirely happy with that side. That's the side that shows the woodworm. So let me just bring you in so you can see. We will bring you down and we will get these boards oiled up. So I don't know if you can see, but there now. There we go. So we're about to oil them now. Can everyone see all right on there? So there's the two boards, like I said. We're going to oil these up now. I don't bother wearing gloves when I use the Osmo oil. It is a bit greasy, all right? All I do is either get myself some of these Wonder Wipes. Whatever's on my hands, I wipe off with them, all right? These are great, so I get them opened ready. And I just pop that like so. Open up the oil. Give it a little stir. This had a stir a couple of days ago, so it's not too bad. Just needs a little mix in there. So all we're going to do is apply a little bit of this oil to the timber, and we're going to see how it looks. So just pop that on there. So as you can see, we can see now all of the black showing through. I can see that. I hope you can on camera as well. So that's obviously the water damage that was on this board when I bought it. I knew it was water damaged. It did state. But can you see the black lines on there? I'm not entirely impressed with that, but hey-oh, it is what it is. We move on. Right, so we're going to oil this up and we're going to see what it looks like then. It's going to have a couple of coats of oil. Not today, mind. I can only do one coat a day because this stuff takes 16 hours to set up. All right. But this is going to be the bottom of the board. This isn't the top. So I'm hoping the other side's a bit better because I tried to get two boards out of this. Now, like I said, I only paid a tenner for this whole board of olive. So if I get one board out of it, I'm happy. But if I got two, I'm on a winner, aren't I? But like I said, this is just for family members. This ain't for resale. I'm not selling this in a shop of mine or nothing like that. I'm not trying to disguise anything. I'm being honest in what I see. And like I said, I can see this dark, well, it's like a dark black line. It's the water damage, it is. So let me just hold it up so you can see now. And I'd see what you think of it. There we go. Can you see the board now? There it is. See? We got that black line running through there. I don't know if you can see it on there. I hope you can. Alright, so we're going to spin the board now. And we're going to do the other side. Alright, I think this side's going to show some black as well. And I honestly think this board is as well. I can see it. It's all running through the lighter side of the board. A little bit gutting, but you know what? I don't think anyone's going to complain in my family receiving one of these as a present anyway. I'd be happy with it for free, wouldn't you? So we're just oiling this. It looks beautiful, this olive wood does, mine. Especially on this darker side. I love that. So we're just applying a coat. We're not doing it too thick. Alright, we don't want to lay this stuff on thick because it is seen when it's thick. We put it on and then we use the dry side of the sponge then to get any of the excess oil off. Very easy to use this Osmo, alright, there's nothing complicated. So we just apply our coat of oil on here. Alright, what's going on there? You get over there. See, that thing's moving. Don't know why they're not sinking in here nice. Get in there. Right, that's him. So here's the dry side now. We take off any excess oil, just so it's got a nice finish, alright? So there's that one. And then we move the camera around. Well, I don't have to move nothing. I can see both of them in view. So that's the second board. A lot better that side. But I can see a bit of black running through there. See? Can you see that? I don't know. I think that is the water damage. I'm sure of it. Doesn't feel soft or anything. It's all solid timber. But that's that one. Alright? It's looking a nice colour. It's looking a bit like oak, really, with this oil on there. So we go ahead now. We'll oil the second board by here. I'll just get some points in on here now so we can do that. And get some out of here. Alright, so the second board now we're on. Pop these in here. And basically these things, alright, will let this oil dry. It's going to allow my bottom to dry. It's going to allow my top to dry. And that's all we want, really. We don't want any nonsense. We don't want to go waiting around, oiling one side. Waiting 16 hours, turning around, oil the other side. All that takes time. Is that all of them? Let's have a look. Let's see if this board fits on here now. Yeah, that fits on there. Nice. Pop that one in there. And then we can slightly move across. There we go. That's him there. Right, so we've got two sides. We'll oil this side first. Now I can see there's the dark black running through there. Alright? So we're going to go ahead now. We're going to oil this side first. It's looking absolutely beautiful, the grain there. I love it. Alright, but sadly, I think we're going to see some more black. That's looking absolutely stunning there. I'm liking that. Beautiful wood, olive. And it's not cheap timber, but obviously I bought this cheap, didn't I? So I can't complain. It's worth a gamble. Here we go. Oil up this top bit now. Now we're going to see a bit of black coming through here. Doesn't bother me too much, mind. I know it's there. Like I said, these are just going to become presents. Could be a birthday present. It's going to be a Christmas present. Whatever goes. We're just applying the oil on here. Don't have to worry about touching it. You go back over what you've just done. That looks absolutely stunning. Don't forget, give it a like if you like it. I know I'm being honest, seeing there's a bit of water damage to these boards. These things happen. This is how the board was bought, mind. It's nothing that I've done to cause it. It's just the fact that it's got water damage, sadly. Alright, I've decided to go ahead. I've put all the work in the boards. I've planed the boards. I've sanded. I've edged. I've done every single bit you do to make these boards. And this is what I'm left with. It is a very nice looking board. But obviously, as you can see up here, it have got the water damage showing through the oil. I don't know. I think I like it. I am a fan of it. I think this one's going to be mine anyway. This is going to go in my house, this one. I do like it. I'm a fan of that grain. So we'll oil the other side up now. Alright. If you like it, don't forget to give us a like. It supports the channel. It helps me out. Keeps me going. That grain is looking fabulous. Who likes that grain on there? I do. I think it looks nice. Doesn't matter if you say in the comments you don't like it. You're entitled to your own opinion. I've said this before, these things don't bother me. Not every single piece of woodwork is to everyone's taste. Alright, we've all got our own opinions, but that timber is looking fabulous in my opinion. Look at that. And it's nice when you get to this stage on a job, you're finishing them off. You can certainly see all this black running through the timber, mind. I'm not going to lie, use the dry bit of your sponge now, get all the excess off. I think that looks fabulous. Certainly going to be my board, I think. This is going to go in my house. Right, so I'm just going to hold it up now so you can see. Just going to wipe my hands. Those boards are looking fabulous, if you ask me. How are you, H? Nice to see you again. Nice to see you. I know you can't really see me in the camera. We've just been oiling up these boards now. I think they're looking fabulous. We put a nice bit of work on them, like I said. We have had a bit of water damage. Nothing to do with me, mind. It was bought as a water damage board, like I said. But I'm happy with them. I think they look quite nice. Here's one of the boards, look. Just if anyone's missed it. There's one of the boards. Olive timber, look. It's looking quite fabulous, if you ask me. I'm a fan of that. But obviously, as you can see up the top half here, we got that water damage, the black timber showing. But I'm sure, all right, that Osmo sell a product. I'm not 100%. If someone knows what it is, drop it in the comments, please. I'm sure that Osmo sell a product that gets rid of this. I've seen it, greying. It's a product that gets rid of greying in the timber. So I'm gonna Google it myself. I'm gonna have a look, and I'm gonna see. I'm going to see if I can find anything, because I'm sure there's something that actually gets rid of that. And then I'll just resand these, and I'll use that new product then. I'm just going back over this bit, because I've just noticed there's a few bits that I've missed. So I'm just making sure I got a nice coat on here to start with. They do like to slide on these points, mind, that I'm using. But it allows them to dry, and it allows you to do the sides while doing your top and bottoms. So that looks like that is it for that board. It is looking very nice. Let's have a look at the other side now. Let's just have a look at both sides. So that's the one side, right? That's looking nice, but there, I like it. Oh, that's looking good. Thank you, EH. Gives it character. Thank you. Is it oak? No, you'll be shocked what it is. It's actually olive wood, this. It's a very light looking wood. I've just applied the oil on there now, and I thought that looks like oak, but it's not. It is olive. There's the grain of the olive, see? It's looking quite fabulous, really. I like it. Yeah, it was olive wood, EH, yeah. And there's the other side of this board, just so you can see. So we got the grain swirling up through the board, which I tried to keep, because obviously we had a lot of water damage on these boards, and we cut all that away. And this is what we were left with. I couldn't keep any live edge on these boards because I was in bad nick. That was all falling apart. It was crumbly. It was awful. So that's the two sides to both of these boards. Obviously, you can see the water damage in there. The bits of black here and there. But I think they're still a nice looking board. Like I said, these are just going to family members. It's not something I'm selling on. But I do like them. I'm happy with them. I'm glad I put the work in to make them. And yeah, they're going to make a nice board. So we'll be doing a YouTube video in 12 months of me cutting cheese on these brand new boards anyway. So that's that. So yeah, that's the two boards. If you like what you see, please give us a like and subscribe. That just helps the channel. We are going to be going live later. I'm just trying to think what I'm doing. I can't remember. There was something I needed to do, so I thought I might as well turn that into a live as well, just so you can watch something. Don't know, we'll probably do an evening live today, I'd imagine. Have a go with that, something a bit different. Maybe if you're up or you're on your YouTube watching that, we can jump on that as well. Obviously, these need to dry now, so I got to think of where I can put these and store them so they can dry. And yeah, we'll jump on another live later then. Right, so everyone be honest, out of 10, what do you think of this? Whoever's on here, I can see there's a few of you watching this live. Jump on. Give your honest opinion. Like I've said in the past, I don't mind if they're notes. We don't mind that. Not every piece of woodwork is to everyone's taste. Everyone's got their own tastes. So that is that. There's one board lock like we showed you. Spin them around. There we go. Now, I've done quite a few of these using resin as well. I don't know if any of you were on here. I mentioned yesterday I was going to do a resin pour. Sadly, I can't do any resin pours. I'm going to leave it. And the reason why I'm leaving it is all the resin has turned like this at the moment. Obviously, it's all gone crystallized. It is way too cold yet in the UK. All right. And I don't want to be pouring in this room and spending a fortune on heating to keep the temperatures up, obviously, to do the resin pours, because you don't want them dipping below certain temperatures because you have a bit of a nightmare on your hands with your resin. But I have done a lot of these with resin as well. I've given them all to family members. But obviously, if you're putting bits of resin in on these, They are a lot more work. If you've got a little cutout and you fill it with resin, or you've got a nice knot. Yeah, I heard it was cold in the UK. Yeah, we had a -4 last night. It is warming up in the day a bit, mind. But sadly, out here in my workshop, even though it's got central heating out there, it doesn't seem to warm up too much because I got so many tools and things in the way of radiators and whatnot. I don't tend to get the heat in here as what we do in the house. In the house, it's boiling right now. So I have got a bottle of resin in the house, but it's taken me nearly 3 days now to make the resin go back to a clear liquid. I had it in a bath for 24 hours and kept filling the bath up for the resin. So I've just thought, right, I'm going to knock it on the head now. We're not going to go ahead and do any resin pours because I wanted to do a resin pour on a live. Same as where I live. It's -8 tonight. Oh, that's cold, EH. What's it like in the day? How cold is it in the day? Anyway, so like I was saying, I don't want to go ahead and do any resin pours on my live now because it is literally too cold in the UK. And I don't want to be going to bed and the resin hasn't fully cured and then it dips below a certain temperature. Obviously, if it's too hot, they can go exothermic. We know that. I've had that happen before. That's another issue I've had. And obviously, if it goes too cold, it will ruin the resin. So we don't want it getting cold and freezing because obviously, if we're not running the central heating in the night, we are going to have issues. So yeah, I hope any of you are watching this live right now like the boards that I've made. Obviously, you can check out the previous live of how simple they are to make. It's an half-hour project, all right? All we've done is planed the timber. We've just decided on a layout with a pencil. We've just marked it with a pencil. Nothing complicated. We got the jigsaw. We just followed the pencil line with a jigsaw. I changed my mind and done a bit of a different layout on there. And all we done then to finish these boards off, we just got a palm router with a round over bit. We've just rounded all around the edges. A light sand to finish, and then straight after that I've popped back in and done a 20-minute live and we've just put a coat of oil on it. So you can have one of these boards all knocked up within 1 hour of your spare time, right? So go and buy yourselves a piece of oak now. You can even do this, like I said, with just a jigsaw. That's all you need is a jigsaw and a sander to make one of these boards. You can sand this edge on here quite easily. By the time you oil it, you're not going to see how even the profile is around the edge. Doesn't have to look fancy. You can name it a rustic board. Around one during the day, so not that bad. I've moved all the paint and glue out of the shed and inside the house. I don't blame you, EH, because in my van, obviously in the summer, I always lose a load of silicones and everything because the heat and that ruins them, all right? And now they're £10 a tube for silicones, they get ruined. Obviously your wood glues and everything get ruined in the van. So this is why my storage is inside the property, really. I try and keep it inside because you take a big loss in the winter and you also take a big loss in the summer with all your stuff. And obviously leaving batteries in the van overnight as well. They can get damaged with the cold weather and everything. I've lost a few in the past with the batteries as well. So you've got to be careful. Obviously, don't leave your vans full, especially over the Christmas holidays. Those opportunists love to rob them. That's what I was going to say. I'm going to do another video as well. I got another video I need to drop on my YouTube channel as well because I was working on a job in a city by me not long back and somebody actually broke into the back of my van and stole a load of my tools. So it does happen. It is what it is. I need a climate-controlled room. Yeah. I wish we all had one of them. We all need big wallets as well to keep one of them running. But thank you, EH, for popping on again anyway. But yeah, I hope you like these boards that we made now. I'm going to jump off this video. Basically, I've sent my son on a job. He's only 14. He's doing his first little job. I got him his first little job. I've dropped him over there the last 2 days now. He was so good yesterday. I hanged around to keep an eye on him. That's how I didn't go live. And my customer that I do a lot of work for, she said just leave him there today. She's so happy with the work he's done. So he seems to be getting a lot of work off this woman. He's only 14, all right? So I need to pop over there now and pick him up and bring him home from work. He said he's finishing at about 3:30, which is great. So yeah, I'll see you this evening. We are going to be doing a little video this evening. I'm not too sure what it's going to be yet. Maybe something a bit different. Maybe something a bit chilled. Probably might not get all the tools out. Yeah, teach him young EH. That's what I'm trying to do. But like I said, I got him his first little job. So he's doing all right. I think he's stripping wallpaper there now. But yeah, he's happy. He's earning money. It's a weekend as well. But I'm the one driving back and forth, dropping him off. But it's only local. So I don't mind doing that. So yeah, I'm going to go and see him now, alright? And I'll probably see you a lot later then. Thank you anyway for popping on. See you on the next video.